This is the chilling insider's indictment of Donald Trump that you need to see. His own biographer, Michael Wolff, is about to lay out the entire terrifying playbook for how Trump is turning America into a fascist state. If you're ready for the truth, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Now let's watch this together, then I'll give my 2 cents at the end.
But is this actually what an autocracy looks like? That this is one man calling the shots, the people around him seem unable to do anything? I mean, I was struck in the 3.5-hour cabinet meeting last week. There is a picture of Marco Rubio looking like this. And you think, is there nothing they can do? How do they handle this, as you say, completely otherworldly species of human that's defying the way this job is normally carried out?
Well, I think it is this. I mean, is this, what do we want to call this? Autocracy, fascism, whatever we want to call this, we're in a uncharted territory, and we have departed from the most basic democratic conventions and traditions of this country. So where are we? Let's put that aside. This is we are a long way from where we were and where we always thought we would be, and that still seems beating around the bush. So I think you have to get to the point and say, yes, this is autocracy. This is fascism in a kind of classic sense of one-man rule, in which opposition is not opposition is always the threat. It's not the norm, which it used to be. Mm-hmm. It's not the expectation, which it used to be. It's not part of the acceptable structure. Opposition is to be fought against, crushed, I think.
But you can't crush Twitter. You can't crush social media where a lot of these conversations are going on, or can you? I mean, at one point it looked as if his partnership with Elon Musk might actually somehow
but let's start this. He's set out to crush or certainly inhibit the media, and has been pretty successful there.
Yeah, true.
So what happens? I mean, remember, this is all somewhat incremental, although it's happening very fast, and it is kind of drip, drip, drip. And there's never a memo that goes out. We are now in a fascist dictatorship or an autocracy.
Decision by decision.
No one says that I am an autocrat.
Right.
I'm a fascist. They don't. This is kind of a judgment of history, or a judgment when it's everybody wakes up and a fait accompli has happened.
Right. The systems haven't held.
So
the institutions haven't held.
I mean, when I wrote my last book, and which was about the campaign, which was right up through the until the inauguration, and it really seemed to me thematically it seemed to me to be binary. The system would crush Donald Trump, all of those trials, or he would crush the system. And I didn't know what it was going to be, but I think we are very clearly seeing that it is the latter. And I'm not sure. And everybody is like, well, what do we do about this? I mean, there's many people are trusting that the Grim Reaper will solve the problem. And there are the courts. We come back to the courts, and will they say no? But we don't know if they can say no.
Or they may be saying no, but does it make any difference?
Exactly. And then there is also, the people, the electorate. What happens? And for my mind, this is where we are. There is nothing left except this. If he loses his majority in the House in 2026, then that would seem to me a new ball game. However, of course, he's going to do everything possible within his power, within the imagination of the people around him, to be able to construct a rationale for interfering in this election in his favor.
And you saw him pardoning the January the 6th rioters. You saw this week him announcing that Ashley Babbitt, who was shot during the riots, was going to get full military honours at some kind of memorial, I guess. It's all, I mean, January the 6th, which I think a lot of people thought was a strange band of unlikely people coming together, suddenly looks much more ominous given the moment where we're in now.
I mean, I don't know if I'm actually less worried about violent interference with the election than I would be about systemic subversions, as in the gerrymandering in Texas, as in this, which would otherwise seem to be ridiculous and misguided effort to outlaw mail-in voting.
But I guess I meant in terms of if we woke up the day after the midterms and it was clear that the Republicans had lost, is there then violence? I mean,
I don't know, but yes, I mean, possibly. I mean, everything at this point, everything becomes more uncertain. We don't know what will happen. We have never been there before.
This is alarming. It's an alarming conversation.
No, it is alarming. And I, too, am a fundamental optimist. I have always basically believed that Donald Trump, because he's fundamentally incompetent, is and fundamentally interested in just the look of the performance, that this would all somehow pass. And
to your point about incompetence, that he makes so many announcements that actually it doesn't add up to anything other than a sort of show of presidents, a performative presidency, which doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah, so the announcements putting troops in the streets are many announcements and many, darkness at noon scenarios, but there aren't that many troops.
Right, and I know lots of people who live in LA, nobody saw a troop. Nobody saw a troop. They didn't even know they were there.
Well,
they didn't
in the
follow
neighborhoods
the news.
where you know people.
Well, I know some people that,
No, you don't.
Well, I know a few people that live downtown.
But yeah, so that is it. You can take and I have largely looked at it like that. It's just Trump being Trump,
right?
And to no effect except to center the attention on Donald Trump. Recently, I've been, I'm not sure that is so reassuring anymore. I mean, I think that this is, he's entered a period of, more arrogance, more hubris, more rage. He wants it. He believes that he can have it. He believes that he has the power to get it, and he's not going to be satisfied until nobody says no.
And there you have it. That's the full indictment. That's the smoking gun. Michael Wolff just gave the definitive insider's testimony that proves that what many of us who've been looking on askance at US politics have been seeing and watching with horror. This is not about normal politics. This is about a deranged wannabe dictator who cannot, under any circumstances, be told no. As Wolff laid out, every single abuse of power is a direct result of his pathological rage. This isn't just a political movement. We know this. It's a cult of personality built around a tyrant in waiting, and it's been enabled for many, many years now by the cowardice of a Republican Party that is too terrified to stand up to him. And the verdict is clear. It's a 5-alarm fire for American democracy, and the entire world is watching. When the world's leading democracy teeters on the brink of fascism, it's a threat to freedom everywhere. Let me know in the comments what you think is the most dangerous part of this authoritarian playbook. And if this video fired you up, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons and share it with everyone you know. And make sure you also press the notification bell so you don't ever miss a video. Thanks for watching.